days a year. We give out free picks every day. We don't go over every single game, but we go over a ton of them, and we give out tons of free picks. These aren't our best bets, but, we try to win them all. It's like everybody else. We give you our opinion on a lot of these games, and a lot of these are games that I am betting, the ones that I do here, but not all of them. Some of them are just an opinion, like I said. But, yeah, all kinds of good stuff. So I made a post yesterday, and I said on the drive-thru yesterday before I gave out that winning Texas pick, or after I gave out that winning Texas pick, I talked about, the commentary about, from some of the comments, it's who's here and where's this person, where's that person. And it's kind of like I said yesterday, I'm going to continue on saying it. I don't care. Super disrespectful to the people that are here, So you could always get any of those people's picks in the premium area. If they disappear from the premium area, well, then you can ask me where they are, and I'll tell you they're gone. But they're still there, so you can always get their picks. Anyways, I guess notifications haven't gone out yet, but I'll tell you who did get the notification, Tony Brown, who is here with us. I got some emails about Tony Brown from some clown, last time he was on, because he picked, it's like Tony Brown go broke in Vegas, he always takes the Lakers, whatever. I'm like, he lives in Vegas.
Not to mention the Lakers won the championship, and we had a big futures bet on them, and they went 3-1 in every series. So
I'm like, Tony Brown has been on top of the leaderboard, for the last 2 months. It's like, yeah, he's going real broke. His picks are terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's there's, I guess, notifications. Rod, did you get notifications on this thing?
No, that's what I was looking at. I didn't see any.
I'm gonna guess
None came out yet.
I'm gonna guess they didn't go out. So I'll stall for just a couple seconds here, and we'll we'll give people a chance to join us. But if not, we'll just continue to roll on. They can watch the replay. Everybody knows we're on at 10 a.m. So it's not like all of a sudden we come on at 10. It's just weird to see that we have only 81 people watching. It's funny, when people write me to complain, they always start with, I always hit the like button every day. Yeah. And it's, which is great. I appreciate it, but I went to I called American Express and I tried to pay them, and they said, I'm like, well, how many likes, will cover this bill? And they said, well, how many you got? I said, well, I don't know, 8,000 people watched the video, but we got 130 likes. They're like, how the hell does that happen?
Right.
But they wouldn't take the likes as the payment.
And it's free to click the like button. Just click it. It's free.
It takes a half a second. It takes a half a second. People are just lazy. It's like entitled and lazy, and that's
right. I'm gonna hold my likes back.
Well, it's like I'm gonna hold back, and it's like, not a big deal. I think some people aren't logged in, and that's why they don't that's why they can't hit the like button. Anyways, we got a ton of action today. Let's just get right into it. We got college basketball, we got NBA basketball, and hockey. Let's get right into it. We got the early game: Michigan, Maryland, Wichita State, South Florida, Alabama against Mississippi State, Western Kentucky, Alabama, Birmingham, or UAB. So UAB is one of those schools, if you call it, it's like UTSA. If you call it Texas San Antonio, no one knows what the heck you're talking about, right? UAB. Tennessee, Florida, Purdue, Ohio State. Brian, any of these games?
I'm going to start out by giving a gift to all the guys listening. I have a premium play on Michigan. I think they are absolutely going to roll Maryland today. They beat them by 10 and 20 points already this season. Why not throw in a 15-point win here? I think Michigan gets right here, runs the table in the Big Ten, and covers today. And then I'm going to take Purdue on the money line against Ohio State. A lot of action on Ohio State. The line's pretty much steady at -1.5, -1. I think Purdue could. I think Purdue's an excellent pick here early on today. Get the win over the Buckeyes.
Michigan missing Brooks in this one. But I still think they have plenty as well. Tony Brown, any of these games?
Yeah, actually, I got a couple. I took Michigan as well with Brian, partly just because I know you think they're soft, so I was interested to see what you thought about that
I
today.
bet on Michigan a ton. I just don't have them in the national championship game before they won a tournament game. That's,
okay.
I find it offensive.
Okay, so yeah, I got Michigan. Like Brian said, they already got 2 double-digit wins over this team. Nothing got better. They're going to win by double digits again, and I like Michigan a lot. It's an 8 a.m. game on the West Coast, so that's my early riser. And then I disagree with Brian on the Ohio State game. Purdue has beaten them twice, so I think it's a good revenge spot for Ohio State. And not to mention, the last time Purdue beat them, it set a fire under them. They went on a 7-game win streak. So that was the last team that beat Ohio before they went on that big 7-game win streak. So I think they have this game circled. I think they're ready to take on Purdue. It's only a 1-point line. I think they get it done, and Ohio State's not dead and buried yet.
Ohio State had that losing streak, though, at the end of the season as well. It was against the heavy hitters. You know,
They went 7 in a row, then they lost 4 in a row.
Yeah, but the 4 were Michigan, Illinois, Michigan State, and Iowa, right? Were the 4,
right.
I think?
Yes,
right?
sir.
So,
and then they just bounced back against Minnesota with a big win, too. So
yeah, well,
I think
it wasn't that big because they didn't cover, right? Then, so it wasn't that big.
I think this line should be like -3. -1 just kind of looks just.
Well, it went from 1.5 to 1. It opened at
I'm just
1.5.
saying, I think Ohio State should be like a -3. So when I see -1,
you got thumped. What are you talking about? Why? So we should get more money on the money line there? That's the only. They're gonna get thumped.
I
like Purdue. That's what I just said.
They looked so tired. You know, at the end of the season, they looked tired again yesterday. Rod.
For me and those two, I like the over in Michigan and Maryland. I think we got a track meet in that one. The last 4 games these two have played have gone over the number. I'm going to take that one over, and I like the Purdue and Ohio State to go under the number. Their last 3 head-to-head has went under the number, and that number just keeps rising. Well, it makes no sense to me. I'm going to take the under in that one. I think we got a defensive first to 70 wins that one. 70-65 or something in that one.
I'm with you guys on Michigan, believe it or not. I got a premium on that as well, so free premium for everyone. I took Michigan too, but I'm less confident than these guys are. I put that one in last night, so it's not in my 5-pack. It's in that 3-pack that I have. So if you get the 5-pack, you're not getting the Michigan game. It's other games. But I like, outside of that one, I like pretty much all the dogs in these early games. I like Florida plus the points. I like Purdue. I like Mississippi State, a lean there. UAB, lean. And South Florida, same thing. I kind of like all the dogs. And
I didn't know we went down to Florida, Tennessee yet.
Besides the South Florida game, I kind of like the dogs too. I like Wichita State, though, in that South Florida game. I think that's going to be like one of the blowouts for this morning. But the dogs been barking, man. And then, they're not going to win, but those big double-digit points and tournament play and stuff, it's a lot of backdoor covers going on.
Yeah, March is doggy month, March is doggy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they were public dogs that were hitting for the most part yesterday. It's just that doesn't work well with me.
Okay, just kill our buzz. We got SMU versus Cincinnati. Brian's always picking on me. SMU versus Cincinnati. North Texas, who's now kind of in a weird spot here because it's like they've been favored kind of their last 2 games, even though they're the lower seed. And it's like here they are, a 1-point dog against La Tech. Again, it's like, oh man, this team looks dangerous as all get out. Jackson State against Texas Southern. Toledo against Ohio, man. I'm not betting against Ohio. No way. Seton Hall, Georgetown. Niagara versus Iona. Who only knows what that Iona victory party after their last game looked like. Coppin State versus Morgan State. Tony Brown's like, I was at that party.
Yeah, I went.
Tony Brown's like,
I used some of that money I lost off the Lakers and cooped it back.
Nickel State against Northwestern State. Everything here before 6:30 p.m. What a day. Brian, anything here?
Yeah, I think the best free pick on the board on that time slot, Ohio, Cats getting the 2.5. I got it, I think, at 3.5 this morning. It's down to 2.5. I just think they have some good momentum. So does Toledo, but 8-2 last 10 for Ohio. I think they can win this game outright. I'm going to sprinkle some on the money line, take the spread. Also, earlier, I missed that chance to take Tennessee Volunteers. I think they clobber the Gators.
You're going to get slaughtered.
They just beat them on Sunday.
Get slaughtered.
They're going to just beat them on Sunday. There's no reason they can't run it up on them again.
It's a death march.
Well, I don't agree with that. The line's already moved to 1.5.
I know. It's just they're just piling the cash in the back of my truck. It's I know. It's like whatever it takes, and just keep more money. Just keep piling it. I need to get a pitchfork to pile it in. The books are like, yeah, more Tennessee action. What if we raise the line? People think they're Tennessee. Like, yeah, that sounds good to me. They're gonna get killed.
They didn't get killed on Sunday. That was like 4 or 5 days ago.
Tennessee? Florida beat them by about 650 points.
So that was at the beginning of the year.
It was like, I think it was 100-12. Right. It was something like that. I think it was like
we'll see.
They beat them about 100-12. And then the last time out, Florida, like their best player was out, right? So they kind of just like went through the motions at Tennessee and just said, we might have to play these guys again. We're not going to show them anything.
Anybody looking at that Baylor game?
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're slow. We're slow. It's like, how about this public dog here, Georgetown? I hear a lot of people say Georgetown. I even said it in the video, Georgetown. But now, 10 hours later after I've shot the video, I'm kind of like, man, there's a lot of people saying Georgetown here. I don't like that.
Right. And why are they saying that? Seton Hall, they're pretty good.
I know, but they didn't play well the second half of the season.
So I guess it's from the back stretch of the game. And they're favored, too. Like, Georgetown's a 4-point dog.
You like anyone in this slot, Tony Brown?
Well, I'm scared to say it now. I like Seton Hall. I know Georgetown is the public dog favorite of the day today and all that, but I mean, the Pirates, the thing about struggling towards the end of the season is like, it's the parody of the game. Nobody's going to be hot forever. Even Baylor took the one loss. You know what I mean? Like, things happen. They're college kids, but now it's tournament time. They're going to ramp it up, and the teams that started hot and the teams that really play well, that's going to return compared to the teams that, just took a slump towards the end of the season. And I think the Pirates, they're trying to head to the big dance and stuff, man. I think they get a good showing here.
How about Patrick Ewing being accosted by security at Madison Square Garden?
and that, that's not racist. That's just dumb. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're at Madison Square Garden and you don't know Patrick Ewing, any color, any race, any creed, like, you're just dumb. Like, what are you doing working there? You're working at the Garden and you don't know Patrick Ewing. Like, come on, man. You need to be fired. That was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
That ridiculous, man.
Ridiculous. Rod, you like anything in this slot?
Yeah, for me, I like North Texas over Louisiana Tech. They look good. Both these, they're 2 games they played this year have been really close games. 5-point game, 3-point game. I think you got another battle in this one. I'll take North Texas in that one. And I like Cincinnati at SMU. There's another game that's always a battle. I think that's too many points. Give me the Bearcats plus the points in that one. And I also like Jackson State. Solid defense, ranked 11th in the nation. I think they get the win there. They're +2.
They're 11th in the nation, but they play like Mississippi Valley State. They play.
They're in
Grambling. They played Texas.
Now they play Texas Southern. So I think they get the win over Texas Southern.
We'll find out.
We will, yeah. Some team's got to win. Someone's going to score more points than the other one and get the victory.
One team will win the game.
One team will win the game. And I'm gonna stick with, I'm gonna jump. I like Georgetown. I think I'm not a Seton Hall guy. I don't like Seton Hall.
I like Virginia in that time slot as well.
They're in the next time slot.
They're in the next time slot. Yeah.
Okay.
Tony Brown just jumping the gun, double jumping in the time slot. It's like Bittler over here.
My bad.
When you see guys talking about a dog in the Facebook group, just stay far away from that play. That's my opinion on that. When they start talking about how great the Hoyas are going to win money line today, I don't know.
You guys know who your friends are.
Me and Ron are going to arm wrestle over that.
Wow. Okay. How do you really feel about our fan base? So they're saying the Virginia game is canceled now against
why?
COVID
issues.
Oh my God.
So
that's the world we live in.
Who's the cancel?
Virginia
is the cancel, so Georgia Tech will advance.
That's what I heard.
Wow.
Oh wow. So what if we put that out on our picks? Did it just go to a push or what?
Yeah, it goes to a push.
Yeah, that was a premium play for me. I love Virginia.
Well, you can you have time to redo your package and put another game in there.
For sure.
You know? Oh, I hate this.
Yeah,
this will be, but you know what? I looked at my statistics from last year. You know, I compare my statistics from the web and everything. You know, from year to year, and you look at yesterday, and it's a line like, you know, I mean, we had like 170,000 visitors yesterday on Sports Chat. And it's like, you look at, you know, last year, and it's like straight down. Because remember, like in the morning, because in the morning, it was like there was going to be games. And then the Big East got canceled. Everything all these pieces fell. Ivy League never played this year, right? They never played.
Yeah, they canceled their whole season.
How about Coach K? You know, this is the second season that Duke's had a bad year, and he's bailed on them. It's kind of an odd thing, you know. He's done this in the past where the team was bad, and you know he happened to have his surgery that year, and then you know, this year the team was bad, and it's like, you know, reserve like tested neutral for COVID. He's a walk-on, right? That tested for COVID. I don't know, because all you have to do is schedule Georgia on your football schedule, and that cures COVID. We all know that. We saw Nick Saban, miracle cure.
Man, you guys got some strong opinions. Coach K bailed on his team?
I think so.
Those are tough words, man.
Well,
Coach K.
I absolutely, but he canceled the out-of-conference schedule, right? When everybody else played it. It's not like everybody else wasn't playing it and everybody else wasn't doing it. It was like he got thumped, right? Got absolutely thumped by Michigan State, right? He got thumped a couple times, and it was like, you know what? It was kind of like, you know, who was that boxer? What's his name? Victor. I'll remember this. Victor Ortiz, when he got hit by Marco Medina, and he just said, you know, and the referee went over and asked him. He said, "I don't deserve to get beaten up like this." And he just quit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If it was a different coach, maybe a different program, I'll be like, maybe. But Coach K, I'm sure he had a reason. Like, we're losing, so maybe let's cancel. It's not safe. As you can see, the Virginia game got canceled, so we're not really.
How many college basketball players have died from COVID this year?
It depends what your definition of safe is.
Yeah, how many college basketball players have died from COVID? I mean, they're having fans in the stands now at the games. How unsafe is this, you know?
Well, I mean, just for their rules, I want to go to the games. In Alabama, the state of Texas lifted the ban, but I mean, in Vegas, we got to wear a mask everywhere. The Pac-12 canceled some of their season. Like,
but you can go to a game.
Unheard of that they're canceling the games.
Yeah, but
you just said the whole.
What's more susceptible to COVID? Fans in the stands or players on the court?
Right. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I don't want to get into all that, but I'm just saying it's not the weirdest thing ever.
When's the last time they cleaned the chips at the Bellagio? Yeah. I mean, seriously.
It could have been a university decision and not Coach K.
I mean, exactly. That's what
I've said this for years, and I've said this for years, that I get sick when I'm in Vegas because the chips are germy, and I always have a lot of chips. You know, and it's like, so the probability of me getting sick in Vegas is there because I always have a huge stack of chips in front of me.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not the only guy with chips, and a lot of
it depends what game we're playing. Right.
Well,
At craps, I usually have the most chips.
Right. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm just saying there's a lot of guys that got chips that don't get sick. That's not it, man.
I know, but
like I said, I'm not a doctor, but the fact that Coach K and them canceled is not like a ducking sign to me. Like,
I'm just saying the chips are made of clay. It's somewhat absorbent material.
Right.
I never see them clean. I only see them getting dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. Like you see those ones like from the Ali Frazier fight that they're still using, you know?
Lord,
and it's like, is that a 1 or is that 100? You know, it's like you don't even know what it is anymore. You know?
Right.
I mean,
you have to hire somebody to hold your chips for you.
Right. I was about to say we don't all suffer from affluenza. I've never had so many chips they started to poison my body. I don't know how that feels.
Maybe you should play more craps with me.
I was just about to say we have to talk to Mitch off the air.
Yeah, I mean, what you got to do. So here's how you do it. Here's how you end up with that many chips. Okay, you put a quarter on the hard 4 and the hard 10. Okay.
Okay.
And then when it hits, you parlay it. And then everybody at the table's like, oh, no. And then it hits, and then it hits again, right? Then you bump it up to like, I don't know, $200 hard 4, right? And it hits again, and you go to like
now
you're at 500, right, on the hard 4. Bang! And it's like, and it was like, whoa!
And no lie, that's how Mitch plays.
It is how I play.
$5,000-$10,000 are down real quick.
True story.
True
story. I say this all the time, Tony. At Casino Royale, a guy comes up to me. I'm playing next to a guy, and I do that, and he's like, "Man, that's a ballsy bet." He's like, "Man, you no wonder you're cashing like that." And I said to him, "I look at him. You're that Boise quarterback that screwed me." It was rodeo week. He had the big hat on. I was
my God.
You're that Boise quarterback. He's like, yeah, I played quarterback at Boise. I said, I know you. I know
who you are. You owe me, matter of fact.
He was a good guy, actually. He was a really good guy. But I was like, you're that Boise quarterback. He's like, yes, I am.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that ref who called the tuck rule so many years ago.
Anyways, let's get back to some games. We got Rutgers, Illinois, Virginia, Georgia Tech off the board. Baylor, Oklahoma State. Oh, that Kate Cunningham. It is ridiculous. I mean, it's a different game that this guy's playing, right? I mean, he is ridiculous. But Baylor's got a guy too, right? Baylor's got a guy also, man. This is going to be a good one. Missouri, Arkansas, Houston, Tulane. How does that happen? Grand Canyon against Seattle. Buffalo against Akron. Any of these, Ryan?
I'm going to take a chance with Oklahoma State. It's a public dog, but I think they can keep it pretty respectable against Baylor. Definitely have the talent on the floor. And then the other one I'm looking at is Rutgers. Early on in the beginning of the year, I thought they would finish better than they did. But 7.5 is a ton of points. I think if they keep within 5 or 6 of Illinois, who's maybe the hottest team right now in the Big Ten.
Who's only playing for a number 1 seed. They don't have a lot to play for in this one. So. Not much. No motivation there for Illinois.
This is my leanest of leans here.
Yeah. But, I'm just saying.
I'd rather take the points.
They got
You're just saying how you like the dogs, now you like Illinois.
Ghost your motivation. Rutgers is in.
I never said Illinois wasn't motivated. I just think Rutgers is good enough to keep it competitive.
Okay. Possible.
All right.
Tony Brown, what do you got?
A big play, I like Baylor, and then anything else would just be a lean out of this time slot. But I like Baylor in this one. This one it reminds me of the Lakers Portland. The Lakers could be 50-0, 60-0, but like back in the day when Kobe was playing and stuff, we could not win at Portland. We were like 0-18 at Portland. They just had our number. Baylor just has their number. You know what I mean? Like throw the records out the window, throw whatever. They're 9-1 in the last 10 against Oklahoma. They beat them 3 straight, and they're all by double digits. Like the average score is double digits, including the win this year. It was by 11. So I just think that they have their number. You know what I mean? Oklahoma State, they got a star. They got a one-man show out there. They're playing good, but they can't beat Baylor. You know what I mean? If Oklahoma State was 20-0, then they end up 20-1 when they play Baylor. Like Baylor just has their number, and I think things stay the same. I like them to stay the same.
I think Oklahoma State's looking like a public dog to me. It's got that public. It's got that public dog smell to it. I like Oklahoma State a lot. I like them a lot. So
that's my strong play out of that time slot. Everything else is just the win.
I like Oklahoma State. I love what they're doing. They're not just Cade Cunningham, but they're starting to have that public dog stench.
Yep. You know what they say, fade the public.
You know what they say. Never get on board with the public dog.
Never. Sorry, people.
So for me in this time slot, I like Georgia Tech over Virginia. Virginia was lucky to get that win the other day. They just scraped by.
Game's canceled.
They canceled that game. Yeah, COVID.
My bad.
Were you here?
We were talking about it for like 20 minutes.
But then we went into this whole Coach K thing.
Right.
And kind of like Tony called me out on it, and I said, well, then how come they got stomped by Michigan State and all of a sudden it's COVID?
Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. I just got a really bad email. Sorry.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
No, not bad. Well, you ever had a bank just cancel you on you after 20 years?
No. A bank?
Yeah, well,
I've had
a bank. It's closed my account. They're just like, yeah, we don't want to do business with you anymore. I was like,
I have plenty of. Don't worry, Rod.
Sorry,
I have plenty of other.
Yeah. So
I got fired from my own company. I mean, I founded a company, built it from the ground up, financed the entire thing, and was fired from it.
Wow.
I don't know. So I think
crazy thing called life.
I think I've had some. Yeah. I think I've had my share of issues over time.
When they close your account, it's like, give me my money, right?
Just tell them to pay you in chips, man. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
You pay me in chips?
Yeah. Just don't get sick.
Cash is king.
I heard chips are dirty. So yeah, right. They're bad, right? You're gonna get really ill. I wonder which is dirtier, the chips or the money?
Right?
Because remember, they used to have buckets of money, right? You guys still do that? Vegas buckets
no.
of nickels?
No.
Not really. Like, you got to find a very rare casino
Circus has
that does that, yeah.
Circus has it at
Four
Queens. Four Queens has...
like a super old one downtown, you can still get a bucket of change.
Four Queens still has some machines that do that. And they have, like, these special coins that you could win out of the machines. That.
Right.
I've heard this rumor. I don't.
Right.
No, I would never just drop by a slot machine and throw in $100 and just start.
Right. Sitting by the bathroom waiting on my girl, I put the money in, and then when I cashed out, it straight came out in coins. I was like, that's weird.
That was weird. Rod, what else you got? Anything else?
So then in this time slot, I like that one, but it got canceled. So my other one is I'm with Tony. Give me Baylor. I think this is a spot that Baylor comes in and rolls right over Oklahoma State. Easily double-digit win in that one. Give me Baylor. Double-digit.
Southern Utah for me, and Akron outright over Buffalo. And I like Houston to absolutely destroy Tulane. We saw Houston not do much, in a few of these games. It's a big favorite. Make no mistake about it. Today's their day. Also like Grand Canyon. I just like saying it. Oregon against Oregon State. St. Peter's against Fairfield. It's a lean on the Canyon.
Okay.
Hey, it's a for-profit university. At least they say it. It's like all the others were non-for-profit.
Non-for-profit, right?
Grand Canyon. It's like we are a for-profit institution. I'm in.
Okay, let's do it.
They hired Thunder Dan Marley, remember, as their head coach, and now he's gone, and they got Coach Drew, the guy who got fired from Vandy, the guy who was the Valpo coach. He went to Vandy, and now he's at Grand Canyon. So it's like these guys, they want to win. They want to win, man. The Antelopes
didn't get the wins.
The Antelopes, Antelopes, baby. Got Oregon State. Oregon State with the outright win yesterday. We knew it was going to be close, but. Boy, with the outright. St. Peter's, Fairfield, UC Santa Barbara against Davis, Florida State and North Carolina, the rematch. Creighton, UConn. This is not even the final of the Big East tournament. This game the line has moved here. Creighton now favored by a point in this thing. Abilene Christian against Lamar, Iowa, Wisconsin, LSU, Ole Miss, Kansas, Texas. Oh man, March Madness, right?
Big game, big game.
Prairie View, A&M, and Grambling, San Diego State, Nevada, Eastern Washington, Montana, Memphis, UCF, Utah Valley against Brian's New Mexico State Aggies, USC, Colorado, Utah State, Colorado State, and the UC Irvine Anteaters, who were up by 22 in the first 5 minutes and somehow just let the entire thing whittle away on them against Cal Poly, against UC Riverside. That's the rest of the card. Brian, anything?
Yeah, I like a bunch of them. I like the Beavers plus the points in a lean. I don't like all the money that are on the Beavers, but with this in-state Civil War game, I think they can keep it close. UNC looks like the small bettor's choice today, but Florida State comes in rested and ready. I think this is the third game in a row for Carolina. I think Florida State takes care of business. And Wisconsin, they lost the first two to Iowa this year. I think they can keep it close, or it comes down to the last possession. I'll take the points. And Creighton, I called them spanking Butler. I actually got them right yesterday. I think they take care of UConn and that winning streak. So it's Creighton, Wisconsin, Florida State, and Oregon State for me.
Tony Brown.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go with North Carolina. It's just a theory about rest versus rust. It's the tournament time. You know what I mean? You want to be playing. They have played 3 games straight. Florida's been rested, but they're college kids. They're not, seasoned vets or whatever. 3 games, 4-game run. They do that all the time. So I like Carolina with the rest. And that one, I'll take them with the points. Not sure if they win outright, but I think they keep it close. I'm originally from California before I moved to Vegas and stuff. So all those Riverside and Santa Barbara games and the Cal Irvine games, I got plays on those because, those are the schools guys go to when you couldn't make it to UCLA. You couldn't make it to USC, but you were a little better than the junior college of Mount Sac and East Los and stuff. So these are like mid-level schools. I got a good read on them. I, knew a couple of the kids that went there before me and stuff like that. So I got premium plays on all the California games. And then I like Iowa over Wisconsin. Iowa, they got Luka Garza. He's the MVP or college CVP, college player of the year, however they call it. Iowa's a good school. Wisconsin's coming off that loss to Ohio State. So I think Iowa takes care of business on a short line, only -4 points.
I heard that if you got any problem getting into college, Tony, you just staple a couple Benjamins to your application over at Grand Canyon. I think you got a good chance. Right.
Yeah, man. I'm going to need to borrow a couple chips, and I'm going to try to get in there.
Hey, my dirty-ass chips.
Those dirty chips.
My dirty-ass chips. They are.
It's like getting into USC if you got famous parents. Just
how about when you jump the curb in craps, like where you have your slot, it's got the little wood divider, and it's like all of a sudden you're in somebody else's.
Right.
Like,
that's when they want to color you up.
Yeah. They've already colored me up.
Right. You still jump the curb.
I had a run. I had a run. This was like 2 or 3 years ago. That was just like one of those runs where you just couldn't lose. It didn't matter where I played.
As long as that 7 doesn't come out, we're doing good.
Yeah, I mean, I hit O'Shea's for like $9,000 in 40 minutes at the craps table.
Yeah,
and
I played with you before. $50 12s, $100 12s. Like you're either gonna win or you're gonna lose. That was your exact word.
That's the game, man. I don't play to not lose. I only play to win.
Play to win. I have that tattooed on my arm right here. It says bet money, play to win.
Yes.
That's the only way to play.
I'm aggressive, and I'm not going to apologize for it.
That's it, man. I love it.
Rod, what are you betting on?
For me, I'm going to bet on the Ducks. I think the Beavers, they snuck out the win yesterday, outright win. I think this is the Ducks run right over them. Double-digit win in that one. I also like the Stags. Give me Fairfield Stags at St. Peter's. I think that's just too many points. The Stags come to play. I also like I like Wisconsin. I think that's they just played and it was a 4-point game. So now you can get 4.5. I'll take Wisconsin plus the 4.5. I think this comes down to a 3-point game again, and I just don't see them turning around and blowing them out. So I'll take Wisconsin there. I also like Kansas. Give me Kansas plus the 1.
Mhm.
I'll take the Jayhawks over Texas. Maybe a battle in that one too.
I'm going with Shaka.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna bet. I'm a bet against Shaka.
I will say that's a really bad strategy.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Normally I don't have an opinion one way or the other, but I never bet against Shaka Smart in March. I do not care.
All right. I'm going with
I'm
Shaka.
playing with house money. He's 4-0 in March this year against the number. It's like, I am not betting against Shaka Smart in March. I don't care. I don't care if he's laying 20 in this game against Kansas. I'm not betting against Shaka Smart in March. I'm telling you, I've been betting on Shaka Smart in March for a very long time. And I would
Since
say I'm
Wichita
plus.
days.
I got to be plus, I don't know, 4,000
You want to give me
units.
20 points? I'll take Kansas with 20.
Yeah, it worked real well for you when I gave you 10 with Michigan.
I'll bet any team at the right price.
Yeah.
Right? Literally.
Brian, you're looking at me like I got 3 heads. 3 hats from the Michigan-Illinois game. The outright.
Give me 20 points for $1 million. I'll have to work on credit if I lose.
Anything else, Rod?
I also like Nevada. Give me Nevada. San Diego State. Look what they did yesterday. But I'll take Nevada plus the points.
Nevada looked motivated, man.
They did.
They
Highly motivated. So I like Nevada plus points. That's way too many.
I watched those games on Channel 221 yesterday on DirecTV, CBS Sports Network.
Nice.
The Mountain West Conference tournament.
Mountain West.
It was good, man. It was good action. Mountain West Conference tournament.
Yeah, they do all right.
They usually play that one at Thomas Mack.
Mm-hmm.
They normally play that
Well,
one.
now the T-Mobile gets a lot of the games too, but just
T-Mobile
with no
has
fans and stuff.
T-Mobile has the Pac-12 tournament.
Right. With no fans though, right?
Well, I don't know.
Limited.
I don't
Only
know.
people that got to see the new Raiders Stadium this year was the parents of the UNLV guys.
But if you're, I guess if you look like Patrick Ewing and you're at Madison Square Garden, you're not welcome.
Right. Anyway, right?
It's like
that person has to feel like the biggest. That's like not letting Magic in at the Staples Center or Larry Bird in at the Garden. Like, are you serious? He's the only reason like the Garden is famous. He's like the best Knick ever. Like,
I don't know about if he's the best Knick ever.
There's not a lot of good Knicks.
Well, Clyde Frazier, and then you had Willis
I'm
Reed.
just talking about in the 40 years since I've been alive.
Oh, Willis Reed,
Yeah.
Dave DeBuscher,
I like Ewing.
Patrick. I like Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, he's famous enough to
I
not
lived in
get
New York.
stopped by a security guard that's 20-something years old, I bet.
I lived in New York during a lot of that Patrick Ewing era. I really.
John Starks.
Oh God.
He's the best non-draft pick ever.
Starks.
Yeah, he didn't
Oh
get drafted.
God, that game 7 where he just could not hit a shot. Oh my God.
And then Patrick Ewing finger rolled it at 7 feet 5, 290 pounds. He finger rolled instead of dunks, and they lose.
I don't know, man. I like LSU against Ole Miss. I think that this is weird because the line is moving down and the total is moving up, and LSU is the offensive team here. So I like LSU in that one. I think that they're underrated as far as their rebounding. Their offensive rebounding is really good on LSU. I like.
Where do you have that line at? I have it at 1.
1. It was 1.5. Now it's 1. I like Texas against Kansas. Like I said, it's just very easy for these ones. Shaka Smart, March, it's an automatic.
Right.
It's like
He's not going to win them all, just a lot more than he loses.
I like Colorado against USC. They've got their number. They have got their number. They beat the crap out of them both times they played. I mean, it was not even like a game, either of those games. They beat the crap out of them. And it's like, it wasn't like, it was a competitive game and Colorado beat them in the end or whatever, anything like that. It was an ass whipping, both games.
They did. I saw it,
They just match up really well against them.
I want them to lose. I took my biggest loss this season with USC when they beat UCLA at the buzzer.
Because Wright's defense is like so underrated. He's an NBA player. And then, but he's not going to get drafted. He's one of those guys that's going to, like, be on the roster, and he's going to be, like, people are just going to hate him, It's like, he's the guy that if he's on your team, everybody loves him, and if he's playing against you, everybody hates him, Right. He's the Ulf Samuelson of the league. Then you have...
No, that's a good call right there. That line's way too low. I just think people are thinking USC is gonna it's their time or something, or like no one can lose forever.
I think they can win the national championship if they don't have to play Colorado.
Right. That goes back to my Oklahoma Baylor thing. Like USC is good.
USC
it's not against Colorado.
Also USC, one of the 350th in the nation in free throw percentage. So it's like in these tournament games, you need to be able to hit free throws. If they could hit their free throws, they would be really one of the teams to beat in the NCAA tournament, but they're just terrible at hitting free throws. So actually, they moved up in the rankings to 229th in the nation, 71% in their free throws. It just doesn't get it done. That's defensively. Offensively, they are actually 325th in free throw percentage. They shoot 64% from the line. That just does not get it done. You're up against a Colorado team that shoots 83.5% from the line. It's like you're going to get killed
6 straight times.
You're going to get
classes.
You're going to get drilled. Is what's going to happen. You're going to get into a tournament. Digits. You're going to play these guys who can hit free throws. You can't hit free throws. You're going to get drilled. And that's exactly that's what's happened to them twice, and I believe it will happen to them again here.
6 times. They've been beat by Colorado 6 straight times.
Yeah,
that's
well, you shoot
nightmare.
If you shoot 63% of the, from a team that plays defense like Colorado, you are not going to win. You cannot beat them because
they can't beat them. That's 2 classes now.
If you play defense like that, they're going to send you to the line eventually. And it's like, but if you're just going to miss the shots, I mean, well, then you're probably a team that I bet on, yesterday or something. It's like, I mean, it's like you see some of these games where it's like Boise, right? Where it's like, they're shooting and it's like, are they even trying to hit? It's like, how about if you try to not make it? Maybe you'll make one. It's like,
and just try to get the rebound.
It's like they whittle the lead down to 3. All the other team does is foul them because they know they're going to brick the free throws. It's like, and then they extend it back out to 7. How many games have we seen like this week?
Some backdoor covers, man.
Georgia did it. Georgia did it yesterday to Mizzou.
Crazy.
Anyways, that wraps up college hoops. Brian, what are you selling today?
Yeah, today I got my golden ticket 3-pack. Get my 2 best college basketball, 1 NBA, all for $40 at pickdogs.com. 2-2 college basketball day yesterday. Gonna do a lot better today. Looking for a sweep, so check it out.
Tony, what are you selling?
I got my Friday Night Lights 3-way 3-play, and I got 2 of those. You get my top pick from the NBA, NHL, and NCAA. So it's like my best play from all 3 leagues on 1 pass for 1 low price. And I did it twice, man. I went over the games last night. It was a good slate of games. So, you know what I mean? We got 2 3-packs on the slate for tonight. We're going to cash big and go into the weekend strong.
I like cashing big and going into the weekend strong. Rod?
For me, it's Rod Steak Friday. One of my favorite days of the week. And I've got 7 golden opportunities to slam dunk the books. 6 college basketball on fire. College hoops last 30 days, 59-42, up over 1,500 units. 6 college hoops, 1 NBA layup. So jump aboard. We're going to crush Steak Friday today. Loving these cards.
I got a college.
I had the whole bag.
How much is this Steak Friday going to run me?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm about to have to get one of Rod's packs.
How much is this? How much is this?
$40.
$40 bucks.
Get you all 7 plays.
You guys got to work on your pricing, man. That's all I got to say. I need to see something with a 5 in front of it on something like that.
If they had teleporters, I could totally throw in a steak with it.
I think I can go in and actually adjust your pricing for you. I can help you with that one.
I'd like to try one of Rod's steaks.
Right.
I don't know. I do not understand the pricing. Brian gives away his entire March Madness for $250.
Still $250 if you want March Madness. You can't go wrong. Come on.
You can't. You can go wrong if you buy it because it's wrong. I don't like it. It's like, yeah, let's watch Mitch go broke. One sale. It's like every time you sell one, I lose money. It's like, thanks.
Oh, no.
Let's watch Mitch slowly go broke one package at a time. It's like, oh, man. I got bills to pay over here.
The Florida Gators will do that to you.
I mean, you guys heard the conversation the other day with those WordPress VIP.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. These guys. I have not even used their service, man. It's like they sent me a bill for $40,000.
And you didn't use the service?
I haven't even used it. They sent me a bill for $40,000.
Wow.
Well, we set aside the resources for you.
But I mean,
what?
How much did it cost you
cost you nothing. It's like the thing is, I've already paid him $10, and I never even used it. It's like it's like I've paid them $10. It's like what I would say is like I'm keeping your $10 and I'm canceling you out. It's like I have people that email me all the time. I didn't know with how the guarantee work. I didn't know this. I always work with people. People even abuse the system. It's me, right? So they abuse the freaking system. But it's like, I mean, I'm never gonna be able to pay that $40 with Rod selling $40 pack.
Right.
Bullshit.
All right, Rod. We got to step it up to 55.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see something. Gonna need to see a little bit more effort there in your pricing. Anyways, I got a 5-pack out there. College hoops picks. I had a 3-pack that I put out last night. I knew I was gonna add some games because of the late lines and stuff like that. And I wanted to hit the big games today. Yesterday I didn't want to talk about it, but I had a card and I had written down, and I have to say, if I would have played those games, just the games that I had written down on the card, I was 7-1 on those picks. And it's like, so today I just played those.
I gotta say, it was crazy. The ones that I didn't play hit.
Every single one
crazy,
of them. Wisconsin. Crazy. Everyone that I didn't play is a premium. Wisconsin, Texas. It was like one after another. All those early ones. All the early ones. The only one that I put in was Kentucky, and I lost it. And I had like all the other ones. I had, and if you look at the videos, you'll see. Someone commented, of course, on YouTube, you lost all of your videos yesterday. No chance, because all the ones that I gave out for free were all winners, actually. Rutgers, Syracuse, right, that I gave out on the show. I said they were going to win money line. Georgetown, I said money line. Remember on the show? I gave it out in the parlay. Miami, I liked.
Maybe you meant the premium show video picks. I don't know. I don't know how you did yesterday.
I was 3-5 on my premium picks.
I meant on the premium show that we
1-1.
Oh, yeah. I was 1-1.
I had Oregon and then UC Irvine. I liked Ohio against Kent State. I had, I had
Kent State.
I loved them. I had them all written down, all my ducks in a row. Oregon State, Creighton, Kansas. It was like, oh man, one after another. And I put in Irvine. I think the only one that I had on my card that I ended up not winning was that ended up not covering was Eastern Washington against Northern Arizona. Surprised that Baylor wasn't pushing the Northern Arizona thing. Speaking of the NBA, let's get into it. Got 7 games tonight. One of them I didn't do a video on. It's this one. Washington against Philly. Wiz plus 4.5 in that one. We got the Grizzlies against the Nuggets. Got the Pelicans against the Cavaliers. How about my dog of the day yesterday, huh? Yep, you know it. And the Bulls against the Heat. As I always say before we even get started here, there's nothing I enjoy more about the NBA than betting against the New Orleans Pelicans. Brian, any of these?
Well, I think you're exactly right. The best free pick of the early slot, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I got them this morning at 7.5. Now I see it at 7. There's no reason they can't outright New Orleans here, but I'm
explain to me how a team that's 15-22 and 3-7 in their last 10 games is favored every single night. I mean, how
they are
happen?
better than the Cavs, but they're not playing like it. I'd rather take the 7 points with Cleveland. So. And then the other game I like, the Washington Wizards plus the points against the Sixers. Sixers on they showed up strong without Simmons and Embiid, but I think they're going to have some trouble at Washington. I'll take the Wizards and the Cavs here.
When Romanelli tells me that these basketball cards are going for like $1 million and $4 million for like Zion Williamson and Luka, I'm like, these are the teams I'm betting against. Tony?
Yeah, I like Philly. They showed they can play. They played a good Chicago team. Chicago's not bad. They were only one game above Chicago, and they took care of Chicago without their 2 stars. I don't think they'll have no problem taking care of Washington. And New Orleans, second night of a back-to-back, they just got smoked outright as a 7 or 8 point favorite against the absolute worst team in the NBA, the Minnesota Timberwolves. So now, why they're 7 point favorites again against the Cavs on the second night of a back-to-back, I have no idea. I think the odds makers are just setting the odds because of the talent that they have, but they're not watching the games.
Do you like what's going on in Cleveland, like with the rebuild here? You like this?
No.
How about Sexton?
Like
You're Sexton
Orleans,
guy? You like Sexton or no?
No, those guys won't pan out. Like Cleveland's been a mess since LeBron and the owner got into it. That whole thing, like since they shut that down, that's it. You can't build a team around Kevin Love. Not trying to be funny or anything, but outside of the physical, he was dealing with mental health issues and all type of stuff. Then the coach Ty Lue, he was only famous because LeBron won him some championships. When LeBron made his exit, you see the championship left the country and went to Toronto. So Ty Lue wasn't much over there. And then the guys they got now, they're good players. They're NBA players. I'm not dogging the guys, but are these guys, okay, we're going to put some pieces with Colin Sexton and make a run in the East?
But they're off the mat. You know, they bounced off the mat. They're not like, they're not.
Yeah, they're not
like
the
worst
joke of the
NBA.
East anymore. But are they even an 8th or a 7th seed? And then being an 8th or a 7, can they beat Brooklyn or anybody?
Well, how about
no
this?
reason
How about
to
this?
look at them.
How about this? The Pelicans are 15-22. The Cavs are 14-22. I mean,
I'm taking them tonight over the Pelicans. That's why I said this line.
I don't even understand this Pelicans thing. I just don't even get it. I'll tell you who on the Pelicans is good is Ingram. And it's like, I know the Lakers gave up on him, whatever. Maybe they just, they had to get rid of him or whatever. He's still a little too thin, but this guy is actually getting better and better.
Ingram, Ball, and Zion is actually a big 3 in the development. It just hasn't developed yet. This is why the line makers give such.
They're just way ahead of themselves. They're way ahead of themselves.
That's it.
Way ahead of themselves. It takes time.
It does.
LeBron didn't win his first year. And neither did Jordan.
Did. Michael Jordan didn't win. Only Magic Johnson. That's why he's the best.
Well, that's why he's Magic. And Larry too.
Right.
Larry too. Ride any of these 4?
Yeah. Mr. DJ's got to go out of Mr. Chat. But
I'm not watching it.
I know I was watching, but Mr. DJ needs to go bye-bye. In these 4,
I see him. He's smarter than us.
He's smarter than us, yeah, Mr. Smarty Pants.
He's just smarter than us. Yeah.
I'm glad I can't see chats.
No, he's just smarter than me. It's okay, Rod. I got him. He's
okay.
I'm glad there are people that are smarter than me, though. Sure.
I'm going to take the Wizards. 76ers on the back-to-back. No Simmons, no Embiid again. But also the Wizards will be without Beal. So we kind of got some bench guys. Bench game. And I'll take the Wizards on that one. Plus 4.5. I'm not laying -7, just like you guys said with the Pelicans. No thanks. Give me the Cavs plus the points in that one.
My favorite part of Mr. GJ's comments is that he's like talking about like being authentic and being real, but here's Mr. DJ,
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm sure that's on his birth certificate.
It's like
so real.
Yeah, I'll post the link to the premium, actually YouTube premium, in honor of Mr. DJ there in the YouTube. Okay.
Rod, what are those drawings over your shoulder?
This one?
Yes, sir.
That's my dad.
Awesome. That's a good, nice rendering.
And girl he worked with, sketch. Her name is
pretty good detail.
Miriam Bird is her name, and yeah, she sketched sketched of him at work.
Gotcha.
He's watching.
Yeah, nice.
Mr. DJ.
Mr. DJ.
I'm in the process of building a shelf, so eventually you'll see a little change, a little studio change back here.
Gotcha.
Kicking
Change
it up. We call it kicking
And
it up.
I see Bittler over there. He's not a big Philly fan at all.
No,
I'm not.
Not
That's
at all.
just that is just to have something back there. I'm not a fan of anybody.
Okay.
I like the Nuggets here against the Grizz. I just think that the Grizzlies are 17-16, so they can't really stay above 500 or below 500. They just can't stomach it.
Right.
So
And Denver had turned it around going.
yeah,
into
they
the
were
break.
playing great.
They were smoking, right? So Memphis,
Quietly.
second night of a back-to-back. They played a sucky team
Kinda
last night.
Kind of like last year. For Denver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I picked the Denver to beat the Clippers in last year's series too. I like the Joker over there, Murray and them.
Did you say you're on Denver, Mitch?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Why is that?
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna say.
Brian's gonna say the line movement says like this because this is what happens during the time. This is what Brian thinks happens on the court. It's like, they're lining up at Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz, right? He's like lining up at on the side, and it's like, we're down by 4, and we're getting 3, but didn't you hear Bittler on the morning show that the line movement was kind of the sharps, the smart money said. Tony Brown's been to my,
guy.
all right, so here people say I brag. People say I'm a bragger, right? When I talk about stuff like this, okay.
But I think you might like the Pelicans now.
Tony Brown has been to my house. Okay, he's been to my house. He's been here. He's stood, right. He's stood in this studio, and he's been right over here. So I always say sharp money paid for my house. Okay, that's what I always say when Brian says that. I say sharp money paid for my house. Right? Do you think it would cost sharp money, right, to pay the smart money, right? The big bets to pay for this,
Man,
right? So, I mean,
it didn't come from my Laker bets.
Yeah, well, it's like, you know what I mean.
I'm fading the Lakers tonight.
Those big sharp bets are what pays for stuff like this.
Exactly.
What pays for stuff like this.
Now he's bragging.
I'm bragging because I play golf. You're bragging because you play golf. It's like if you see my golf game, you would see it's not bragging. I'm a 6, all right. I'm a 6 handicap. I play. I'm a 6 handicap with a scratch golf for a short game. So it's like I am all over the place, and I can chip and putt like no one's business. So it's like, I'm really like, if I didn't chip and putt like that, I'd be like a 13 or 14. So it's like I'm a 6, but it's only because I can chip it like, this close to the cup from 100 yards and in. It's like generally I'm money. But anyways, everything else, it's like I'm all over the place.
Gotcha.
Just like everybody else, I'm like if any other person out there and like spraying and whatever. But it's like that 100 yards and in, man. I can just dial it right in for some reason. Everyone has something, right?
Nice.
And from the sand. From the sand.
Well, I got to practice before I take on you.
From the sand. Serious. You know what it is? I hit it and it's like the ball just spins like crazy, out of the sand for me, so I can just stop it really quickly. I don't know. I think it's because I'm short and I have like this flat-ish swing, and it's just the way that it hits it. I have no idea. I'm not like one of these golf watchers, so I don't know what it is, but I know it works. Spurs versus Magic. That seems like a beatdown, but the line's going the other way. We got the Jazz laying 2 touchdowns and a field goal against the Rockets. And the Lakers, are the Lakers laying 4.5 against the Pacers. I'm on the Pacers.
Well, let's just start with me, since the fans already know I'm going to take the Lakers, and we're probably going to lose.
I'm on the Pacers.
No.
Lakers are soft.
Yeah, right. The Lakers are soft. Now, this is a good spot for the Lakers, man. LeBron barely played in the All-Star game. Remember we were talking on the last show, was he even going to play or whatever? So that kind of was like an off time for him. A little rested, relaxed Lakers. And we still don't have AD, but we got enough with LeBron and Schroeder and them to beat Indiana at home, too. So I'm going to take the Lakers, and then I'm taking Utah just by force. Houston's 0-14 straight up and against the spread. We jumped on that streak at like 7 or 8. Once they lost 7 in a row, I think we jumped in. So we're just going to keep taking that one until it loses. We're big plus money on that. They're losing every game and they're not covering. So whatever the books say the number is, we're just going to take it, and we're going to keep Houston on auto fade until they prove they can cover one. I don't think they're going to get a win for a while, but just until they prove they can cover, we're going to keep them on auto fade. So we're going to go with the Lakers. We're going to go with Utah, and I'm going to take Miami. Chicago just lost to Philly with no stars, so Tyler Hero and Jimmy Butler will be more than enough to take care of them on a second night of a back-to-back when they're a little gassed.
I play the Pro V1s also. I like them, but I don't use them all the time. But I would say, like, most of the time I use Pro V1s. But I do play some. I've been playing sometimes the Tour Softball recently. It's called Tour Soft. It's a newer golf ball. Tour something, they call it. I don't know if it's Tour Soft or whatever. It's another Titleist ball. It has like a weird marking on it. But I've been playing that recently. But I normally play the Pro V1. I like it, like if I'm playing like after 9 o'clock in the morning, I like the Pro V. I just love that crack off the driver. Smack. Sounds like a bullet. I do. We're all Pro V1 guys here. Bridgestone is better than Pro V1. I don't know about that. I've never played, like, whatever. I think that's why they make 10 million different golf balls. It's all preference.
We're still talking about golf.
In the chat they are. Because I'm bragging. I'm just bragging.
Right. Oh, okay.
As far as I go in the NBA in that time slot, I'm fading the Lakers here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it for me. It's a steal line from Tony. Pacers are 0-6 against the spread in their last 6 games, but the Lakers are 3-7 against the spread at home. You look at the Lakers injury chart, and it's even though they're game time decisions, it's just, to me, I think the Pacers are a value. They're getting 4.5. I think it comes down to who has the ball last in that Lakers-Pacers game.
Brian's also Brian's also the same. If it is broke, don't fix it. He'll be on Arizona. He's been on Arizona State the entire season and fading the Jazz through 25 covers. 25 covers.
Man.
Rod, you gonna lay the 2 touchdowns and a field goal here with Donovan Mitchell?
Yep. Why not? It keeps
when is Wood coming back? Is he coming back for the Rockets? Because if he doesn't play again, they're not going to win another game all season.
Late March is what I've heard. Maybe late March, but
man, I got to get him a faster doctor, man.
Anyway, bro, I'm going to take the Lakers as well. I just Pacers 0-6 their last 6 against the number. That's a small number. I think the Lakers can cover that. So Lakers, Jazz. And I'm going to take Orlando and the Spurs to go over the number. Not so much defense in that one. I think we get enough points to go way over the number in that one. I like that one. And I'm not touching the Bulls. I'll take the Heat, too. The Bulls looked awful yesterday. They couldn't even beat the 76ers with their bench guys. So how are they going to beat the Heat here? I'll take the Heat for the Bulls as well.
That was in the last time slot.
What was it?
Anything else?
No, that was it.
All right. I like the Jazz. Without Wood, I'm just going to go against the Rockets every single game.
All right, been right 14 straight times.
Yeah, without Wood, I mean,
they can't win our cover.
They can't do anything. It's amazing that one player makes that huge of a difference.
I mean, that when it's the only player, like if he has some surrounding stars and he went out, then, they can go on a slight.
Well, they have John Wall and they got Oladipo and they got,
That's what I'm saying. Like that's like having Blake Griffith and Derrick Rose. People were like, "Oh, they got Rose and Griffith," but not the real Rose and Griffith. That's not Oladipo and Wall.
Yeah, Blake Griffin is kind of like he's sitting out because it's a coach's decision. It's like the coach is making that decision because it's like every team he plays on loses. I don't know.
Right. I'm not sending the winningest team in the East, and now all of a sudden, but he'll be a good piece. He'll be like what Carmelo was for Portland. Like a veteran, bench player, solid, ain't going to turn it over, maybe can pull a spark.
Ain't going to pass it, ain't going to do nothing except take it to the hole.
Maybe can pull a spark here and there.
He's going to do nothing but take it to the hole.
Every time I see them, I'll be like, wow, Carmelo's still alive?
Go to the NHL. Is there games today?
Let's do it.
I don't even look at the NHL. 5 games.
5 games.
Slim pickings.
Let's do them all.
Right.
I like all the underdogs today. St. Louis against Vegas. I like it. The Smudges up against the Coyotes.
Right.
Tony, can you tell what that logo is for the Minnesota Wild? Do you know? We call them the Smudges because it just looks like a big smudge of ketchup, mustard, and relish.
Right. Yeah, it's supposed to be I can't.
Yeah, see? It's a sun.
Right.
So Rod has it. It's a sun rising over.
Yeah, see, you can see the trees in the front, like at the
over
bottom
the
of
desert
his mouth. That's
and it's
the
a
trees,
bear's
and then
head.
behind it is a lake. There's a lake, and then where it looks like his eyeball is, that's the sun rising. That looks like the eye of the wolf.
So we don't know what it is. So we just call it the Smudges. And
the Smudges.
They're just the Smudges. It's like their logo is a smudge. It's ketchup, mustard, and relish, smudge, and it's just they're just extra. It's just way too extra, man. So
I like the over in that game. The juice is too high for me at 190. That's almost creeping up around 200. So I like the over in that one. Both these teams can score a little bit, and they both play defense like it's optional, especially when they get together. The last 4 games of theirs have went over, both of them this season in Arizona. So I think we pick up more of the same out here in Minnesota. It's at 5.5, so you can actually win at 6 instead of pushing, and I'll play on the over in that one. And then the Knights game, it's weird. I don't really say this much because I'm a huge Knights fan, but I like St. Louis in this one. I can't believe the line hasn't changed. They just paid their goalie. He just got a 6-year, like $50 million extension, so he's going to be hype. He's going to be out there standing on his head. And we just lost our goalie. Marc-Andre Fleury is ruled out for this game, so I'm not sure why the line's still at only 115, but I'm going to smack it with all the motivation from Binnington signing the new contract. St. Louis is at home, and Vegas lost their goalie. Like, he was the one that's the main piece for us. So I like St. Louis at home in that one. And there's one more game I like. I'm not touching those games with the 200 juices in Colorado and Edmonton. And I like San Jose as a road dog. Both teams are under 500. Both of these, it's like a struggle game or whatnot. But San Jose is very comfortable in Anaheim. They've taken 8 of the last 11, and they've taken 6 of the last 10 from Anaheim. So they're very comfortable there. I like them to get it done.
For me, I agree. The Blues line has moved. The Blues opened up at a plus 118 is what this line opened up as, and now it's at a minus 115. I see. So it's moved $30.
I had it at 115 for the Blues and 105 for the Vegas. I never got the Blues at plus money, so yeah, that is a big movement.
So I moved $30 because just like you said, yeah.
We lost Fleury.
Fleury's out. COVID issues. And then so now who's coming in? They don't even know who's coming in. They might be flying some guy in from the AHL. And
seriously, that's why I was like, what the heck is going on?
No clue who's playing.
It went off. So yeah, that's a good pick right there. Solid pick.
Take the Blues. The over, love the over in the Arizona and the Smudges game. Minnesota 8-2 to the over their last 10 games. Coyotes 6-4. Just like I said, they don't play defense in that at all. Mm-hmm. Love the over 5.5 in that one. The Oilers in Ottawa, it went over last game. I think we're going to get the under. The Oilers scored like 6-7 goals on Ottawa. I think Ottawa comes out and plays a little bit more hard hitting. It's closer. I would for the value, I would take Ottawa plus the 1.5. I think that's probably a 1-goal game. But I like the under 6.5 better in that one. And the Kings, same thing. I think that's a 1-goal game. Kings plus 1.5. Colorado Avalanche and their offense is still. It doesn't look like they've got it rolling. Like they're going to be cup bound anytime soon. They don't pick things up. But and then I like the Sharks as well. This Ducks team not so good. 2-5-2 last 10. And then the Sharks usually have their number. I like the Sharks on the road in that one. The Sharks over the Ducks, as we talked about the Ducks logo yesterday. What is that supposed to be? What is that supposed to be? Is that a flying saucer wing, or what is that?
See, I do the dog of the day every day. In the comments, they're asking. It's like, I do the dog of the day every day. It's at Sports Chat. All right. Anyways, go ahead. You guys continue on with the hockey. I
was wondering. I'm like, are we muted or is Misk ignoring us? Because we don't get comments. So I'm like, what is he doing over there?
No, you get them if you're on YouTube. You see the comments.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just on the Skype call with you guys. So I'm like, what is he doing? We were giving out the plays and you weren't even looking, but you're on the comment section.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I said you weren't looking. I was like, what was he doing?
I got headphones.
For me, with these hockey games, I'm going to go. I totally agree with Rod. I'm going to take the Oilers under the 6.5. Senators just got their butts kicked 7-1. I think they come out and play a lot better defensively. And Ducks and Sharks, I'm also going to go under the number, under 5.5. Ducks and Sharks don't score a lot of goals. I don't see them breaking out tonight, so I'll take 2 rare totals for me.
Nice.
Guys done?
Yeah.
All right, parlay time. Rod, what do you got?
I got 2 for you. I'm going to go college hoops first. I'm going to go Kansas, money line. Wisconsin, plus the points. North Texas, money line. And then hockey, we're going to go Coyotes, over 5.5. Blues, money line. Sharks, money line. Parlay those 3 up. Love both those.
Tony Brown, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the multi-sport, like always. Give you a little more action, a little more value. We're going to take Baylor on the money line. You know what I mean? No point spreads to deal with, just the money line. We're going to take first half in the Utah game. That 14 points is a bit much for a money line total, so we're going to take the first half money line. Just make sure Utah's up at the half. And we're going to put that with the Edmonton Oilers. The Ottawa Senators are the worst team in the NHL. And you put those 3 together, I think you're getting 2-1 all your money.
I'm on Ottawa in that one. I just take all the dogs in hockey.
Why not?
Because they've been paying.
Right.
They've been hitting.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, they have been. We've hit a lot of them on this show. I'll tell you, there's been dogs a lot as the smudges.
I've done pretty good in hockey. I was on top of the leaderboard for a while.
I know nothing about it. I don't even give out hockey picks. I mean, right. I don't. Right. The only reason Rod is even here is because I refuse to.
The Canadian.
Yes.
America's hat.
That's how Rod ended up on the show.
With my parlay
it's like he came for hockey
parlay.
season and he just never left. It's like, all right, hockey season's over. It's like, okay, I'll be here tomorrow. It's like,
see you right.
I'm like, yeah, hockey's been over for 2 weeks. Like, all right, I'll see you at 9.
I'm trying to write down these parlays. Brian got something good, man. What you got, B?
Oh, I got something good for sure. The Washington Wizards plus the points. Cleveland Cavaliers plus the points. And then I'm going to go with the Wisconsin Badgers plus the points.
Tony Brown, 55% on his hockey this year.
Plus money.
Boards there.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We had a little dip over the weekend, but we'll get right back up.
Kyle Hunter leading the way. He's only given out 8 picks this season in hockey, but he's hit them all.
8-0.
8-0. It's good enough. I'm good.
I'll do it.
bet they were 8 totals.
I bet they were. I bet they were. Best of the live show, NBA, almost 62%.
Nice. Getting to the money, baby.
I'm going to say none of those from mine. I'm not having a good NBA season. That's for sure.
The payback for the bubble.
It is the bubble payback. I don't know what I went in the bubble, but it was
63%.
63%. It was the best I've ever done in any sport.
Nice.
I own that bubble.
I own that, but we took Phoenix the whole time.
No, but all through the playoffs and everything, I nailed that. I switched.
Mitch is taking Lakers every game.
Yeah, right.
They're not gonna let me live that one down. And like I said, they only won the championship, so it wasn't the worst pick in the world.
Yeah, but they didn't cover all the way.
3-1 in most of the series. They covered most of them.
I don't think so.
I mean, they went 3-1.
Not covering, I don't think.
Oh, no, not against the spread. But they went over 50% for sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah, for sure. We have to go back into it, but through the whole playoffs, the Lakers on the cover for sure.
Akron Zips money line.
That's your parlay?
Yeah, I'm putting it in there. Akron Zips money line.
Zips.
I had Georgetown money line yesterday in my parlay, and I had a money line the other day. We hit Kansas State in my parlay.
Your 3-teamers pay like 400 to 1.
Something like that. I hit 2 of them in a row. Yesterday, I didn't hit because I gave out Georgetown money line, Syracuse money line, and Syracuse lost at the buzzer. But I had Syracuse money line was one of my parlay picks, but it was going for 3 in a row on my 3-teamers. Yeah, I had a 4-teamer the other day on here.
But you're the inventor of the dog of the day.
Dog of the day, baby, was Minnesota Timberwolves yesterday.
Nice.
Yep. The dog of the day is at Sports Chat Place. The Pick Dogs parlay at Pick Dogs.
Gotcha. Visit both the sites. Hit up both the sites. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment.
Premium picks, both.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to win some money or not?
Yeah. Do you want to win or not?
Right.
How about when you go to sign up, when you go to a website, right, and they in your face you on the email list, right? Sign up now, and it's like I don't want to sign up for the email, and the choice isn't like no, I don't want the email. It says, I want to keep on losing.
Yeah, I hate money. Do you hate money? Click here.
Yeah, it's
I just don't want your fucking...
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
It's not that I hate money. It's not that I don't want
It's not that I hate money. It's that I hate you.
Yeah. Can I put that? It's not I hate money. I hate you.
All right, speaking of money, Ohio money line, Akron money line. Oh, man. Hookers and blow, Iona, party time. That's my parlay.
You playing right into my strengths.
Hey, we're not. This show was built on hookers and blow. Thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Be sure to smash that like button. Like I said at the beginning of the show, it's like I went to pay for my American Express bill with likes. Since people always say that to me, the first thing they always say when they email me, when they're going to complain about something that we're giving them for free, they usually start the email with, I hit the like button every day. But I got news for you. My bank doesn't take those. They just mock me. They're like, you got 8,000 views and 200 likes. It's like, that's what they say. So
bad they shut me down. They were like, they
threw Rod's ass out. There's a Rod. Rod's like, yeah, but I didn't do anything. It's like, I've been a good customer for 20 years. It's like 8,000 views, 226 likes.
Have you ever tried to pay your mortgage with 200 likes? Oh my goodness, they don't like that.
No. Thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day. We're going to try and act more professional.